In the last episodes of our mechanization trips, we checked what tractors can be found in Romania, Australia or even North Korea, but today we will check what will surprise us in Hungary. This country is famous not only for its excellent wines, great cuisine and the production of the popular Icarus buses. In the homeland of the creator of Rubik's Cube, there were also at least a few tractor and farming machinery brands, which we will discuss in today's episode. Hold on tight, because if you haven't dealt with the Hungarian mechanization before, this episode may be a big surprise for you. My name is Matheo, I am a farmer and tractor enthusiast from Poland. Today I am going to be your guide into this amazing world of Hungarian tractors and farming machinery. And one quick message before we start. I would like to invite you to join my Facebook group Matheo Machinery and to follow my accounts on Facebook and Instagram matheomisiak for more tractors and machinery content. If you like this video, please leave a thumb up and subscribe to my channel in order not to miss any of my new episodes. And now, without further ado, let's get right into the story. The Dutra is perhaps one of the most iconic tractors ever made. For some people, these tractors look disgusting, and their proportions are anti-determinant of how tractors should be designed. For others, Dutra is one of the most interesting tractor concepts that could be found in the Eastern Bloc machinery industry. Dutra Tractors were built in Budapest at the Raba Steiger factory, which were created on the basis of the nationalized after the World War II HSCS tractor factory, which also previously dealt with the production of tractors. The full name of the factory, Raba Steiger, means simply Red Star Tractor Factory, so quite typical name for a factory in a country under the Soviet sphere of influence. However, their tractors are better known under the marketing name Dutra, which is an acronym for the words dumper tractor, and it came from the fact that apart from tractors, the plant was also famous from the production of very popular construction dumpers. The specific Dutra tractors with equal size large wheels and an engine moved strongly to the front entered the market in the late 50s with the Dutra UE28. In the following years, the concept of these tractors was developed, and with them, most popular model, the Dutra D4K, which had many variants and development versions. Initially a 4-cylinder Chapel engine with a capacity of 5.5 liters and a power of 65 horsepower was installed. Later models had also larger engines from famous producers such as Perkins, Raba or Steiger. The greatest advantage of Dutra tractors was their simplicity, and great wave distribution resulted in excellent traction in the field, even despite not very impressive performance of the drive units. In one of the sources I even found information that the initial design of Dutra tractors was to be created at the Faculty of Automobiles and Tractors of the Warsaw University of Technology, but Polish communist authorities show no interest in it. But to be honest with you, I have a considerable doubts if this is true. There was a similar project called EH4x4 in Poland, also built on the basis of Soviet tracked tractor, but its structure was significantly different from the Dutra, so I don't think that these structures would have too much in common. It is certain, however, that some Dutras were imported to Poland, where they worked in many state-owned farms and enjoyed quite a good reputation among operators. However, today the meeting of such a tractor in the field is near miracle, but they can be seen at many exhibitions of classic tractors. Ultimately, Dutra tractors were produced until 1975, when as a result of party decision, the Dutra plants were absorbed by another state-owned enterprise, Raba. And this is how the story of Dutra tractors ended. I can't imagine the episode about Hungarian tractors without mentioning about Raba Tractors, the producer of one of the most powerful tractors of the Eastern Bloc. The history of the Raba plant began at the end of the 19th century, exactly in 1896, when the Magyar wagon plant was established in the Hungarian city of Győr, where, you guessed it, railway wagons were to be produced. However, the company quickly became one of the leaders of Hungarian machinery and automotive industry. Among others, the plant built the first Hungarian four-wheel drive truck, in which Ferdinand Porsche himself was involved in the development. The first Raba tractors left the factory walls before World War II, and their production lasted until 1947, but it was a rather niche product, as a total of about 250 copies were made. The production of tractors on a larger scale in the Raba plant was started at the mid-70s. It was then that the Hungarians managed to obtain a license to produce famous American Steiger tractors. Thanks to this cooperation, tractors such as Raba 245, Raba 180, Raba 250, Raba 300, Raba 320 or Raba 360 saw the light of day. The cooperation of Americans and Hungarians lasted until the 90s, but even after its completion, Raba continued the production of post-licensed tractors. Unfortunately, this production did not last too long. In the unstable 90s, the demand for tractors has dropped dramatically. Foreign brands imported from the West entered the market, and in addition, many smaller farms were established that did not need such a powerful machines for their fields as Raba's offer. The plants did not collapse completely, and the Raba brand itself has survived to this day and is doing quite well. Currently, Raba, in cooperation with Russian KAMAZ, produce buses and specialized trucks, including for military applications. But how relevant is today, facing the outbreak of the war in Ukraine, it's hard for me to say. Have you ever heard of Amobil Tractors? I suspect not, and there is nothing strange about it because it is a brand known typically on the Hungarian market and nowhere else. The Amobil brand was founded in 1994 on the initiative of Andreas Kovacs, and to put it simply, these were tractors assembled on the components of the Belarusian MTZ, except that they use Perkins engines as the drive unit. In total, two models were created, one 80 horsepower and the other 100 horsepower. The owner had quite ambitious plans for this project, because he wanted to offer a CVT transmission in his tractors. There were also talks about cooperation with John Deere regarding the insertion of their engines into Amobil. But this project somehow failed around 2003 or 2004 for a rather unpleasant reason. The founder fell ill and he no longer ran his business. And that's how the story of the Amobil ended. The Renner brand was founded by Dr. Tanas Renner. His company has been on the Hungarian market for years, but so far they specialized in the production of rubber products. Dr. Tanas Renner is a big tractor fan, to such an extent that he decided to create his own brand of tractors. The project started out as a hobby, but later it turned out into the larger production. The Renner Tractor has quite similar shapes to Dutra. At the moment, there is one model with 50 horsepower generated by the Japanese Kubota engine. The tractor is 4 meters long, weighs 2,700 kilograms and is fully mechanical. The whole project is a continuation of Tanas Renner's tractor passion and his will to rebuild the Hungarian tractor industry. It is difficult to say is it going to be a market success, but he already has my respect. What about other agriculture machinery? What else was or it is still being produced in Hungary? The Hungarians used to have the production of their own combine harvesters under the EMAG brand. In fact, it was a construction based on the Soviet Stalinets S4 combine. The same factory also produced combine harvesters based on the Czechoslovakian ZM330 license. There was also a combine called EMAG Kalash, but finally the production of combine harvesters at the EMAG plants was ended in the 1960s. There was also a pea harvester designated BK3 based on the chassis of the Soviet Niva combine. In addition, there was also some factories for smaller agriculture equipment in Hungary. Of the more popular ones, you should know Klado, which supplied attachments to bison harvesters and PFMZ forage harvesters. Currently in this factory, Klas produces cutters for their combines. To be honest with you, I don't know much more about other Hungarian machines. Maybe someone from Hungary could share with us more information about these projects. I'd love to learn more about other Hungarian machines. And that's all in today's episode. I hope you liked my video. If so, be sure to leave a thumb up and subscribe to my channel. I also invite you to join our Facebook group Matheo Machinery and follow my Facebook page and Instagram matheomisiak. All the necessary links can be found in the description under this video. And now, thank you for watching and see you in the next episodes. Bye!